You're listening to the Captain's Quadrant. Set a course for fun. Like, share, and subscribe.
Welcome back to the VHS, folks. I am one of your hosts, VHS Jase. Next to me is the man who owns the channel, Jason Roy Gaston, and joining us because I think legally didn't have a choice but to ask him on this podcast.
That's correct.
He is the man who I don't think anyone else I know loves Star Trek more than this man, and that is Captain Joe Dove. Actually, I do know someone that's Jason.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you. It's so nice to be here. It's so nice to review the movie that I skipped because I was in Vegas. I didn't get a chance to do it on our channel, and here I am on your channel doing it. So this is
that is true.
I'm going to have to do Nemesis and Insurrection later. I literally escaped the country to get away from those movies.
Yeah, now that happens. Yes.
Dang. No, that is true. You did not get to speak about Star Trek: The Motion Picture on your own Star Trek podcast. So
yeah, that's amazing.
This is your opportunity tonight. And as Jason's been saying the last few episodes, this is part of our sci-fi head-to-head series where we've been talking about Star Wars at this point. We've all covered a few of them. We start talking about Star Trek and we go head-to-head for Star Trek to Star Wars over the next few months. So
very exciting.
Nerd dream.
Tonight, we go all the way back to 1979 for Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Jace, let's start it off with you. Before Joe starts, exploding with Star Trek joy, let's hear what your just initial impressions of this movie right now. Not when you first saw it, but right now.
Well, right now, this is an ambitious movie. It's so self-serious and so catastrophically confident that it mistakes slowness for depth and silence for meaning. It's not just a movie. It is a test of your patience. It's like this movie looked at 2001: A Space Odyssey and said, hey, what if we take all the wonder and replace it with beige?
And blue. Lots of blue.
This movie is technically about V'ger, a mysterious cosmic entity threatening Earth, but emotionally it's about Starfleet trying to spending a fortune to prove they could do visual effects in 1979. And of course, the Enterprise being the only ship in range, even though she's literally at Earth. How does that make sense? Hey, I love Star Trek. I even love the motion picture. I think it's way better than people give it credit for. And of course, this is the debut of what is, in my opinion, the most beautiful science fiction spaceship ever created, and that is the Enterprise refit.
It is gorgeous.
But let's face it, if I wanted to stare at it silently for 10 minutes, I'd hang up a poster because this movie does have definite pacing problems. Characters barely talk, and when they do, it's hushed. Spock, for example, goes on an existential journey that ends with the shocking revelation that feelings matter, and it's something that's completely forgotten by the next movie. But you got to hand it to you. This was Star Trek's attempt to be prestige.
It was absolutely it was.
They were trying to be prestige. They were trying to be epic. And in my opinion, this is the only Star Trek movie that genuinely qualifies as an epic adventure. And I'm sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise. Don't say yeah, because it sounds like we're all agreeing, and I don't like it when that happens.
I would high five you. My God, man.
Anyway, I think that what really sinks this movie and keeps it from being great is that it's not dumb, but it is convinced that it's brilliant. And so that's just it. It is convinced it's this brilliant cerebral movie. And honestly, they just needed to calm that down just a little bit and just be a movie. In case you don't know the behind the scenes, is that this was originally envisioned as the pilot episode of a Star Trek spinoff series that was going to air on the Fourth Network, which I don't even know if they had a name for it at the time, but they were going to make a fourth network, and this was going to be the headlining show was the Star Trek Phase 2. This was the pilot of a Star Trek series heading up a fourth network. That's never going to happen. But I enjoy it. I think it's a good movie. It's definitely a thinking man or thinking woman's movie. Yes, it's got pacing problems. Yes, it is absolutely glacial sometimes. But man, there are some things that work for this movie, and that is first of all, the Enterprise looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful because it's got that really nice pearlescent look in this movie, which they immediately painted over for the Wrath of Khan because they said it was so hard to photograph. And then you have a score by Jerry Goldsmith that is absolutely incredible. And it's where we get the Huang in movie trailers from.
Come on, though. Every time you heard that theme in the movie, didn't you just want to skip the intro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you heard the theme was in that movie, I'm like, skip intro. Just get straight into the
episode.
Now, I love the intro. I love all the scores, especially when they're flying over V'ger. That is some good music.
Yeah, that was pretty
good music.
Joe, lay it down. Lay it down. What does this movie mean to you today?
This movie means this is the revival of a series that never really got its full legs to stretch. This is the final push for a brilliantly written series that had so much hope and so much diversity that it embodied so many people to become fans of science fiction, and which was mainly into one vein only for a lot of people, but opened up the doors for a lot of blurs like myself, or half of me. And I absolutely love it. I love that they really leaned into the 70s aesthetic in the future. But
love it.
I loved McCoy's beard. I think he should have kept that. And that big...
I loved that medallion.
The medallion, yeah. I was like, yo, he's coming in hard with this, you know.
I'm sorry, he just came from a swingers party.
I was going to say he came from Studio, what was that name of that?
Studio 54.
Oh,
yeah,
totally. He's sitting there like making out with two women and a guy, and just like his communicator being, damn it, I gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I absolutely loved Uhura's fro. I thought that looked beautiful and it was perfectly shaped.
She's so beautiful.
And she looked amazing. That suit was super tight on her. It really showed off her body too, which I thought was also really amazing.
Same thing with the guys.
That's true. There was a lot of
there was some carbon units on board. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, and Captain Decker. Shout out to Admiral Kirk's uniform when we first see him. That uniform is one of my favorite uniforms.
Yeah,
white.
Yeah, the white one.
The gray arms. The Admiral's uniform.
But
I love that.
It's no coincidence that Shatner was wearing the only two-piece outfit. Also, I'm just saying.
Hey, he looks good in this movie, man.
Fine in this movie, but he was wearing a girdle.
Hey, out of all the cast, he was the one who still looked closer to the original series version of themselves.
I agree.
Yes.
And we got very little Sulu. That's the only downside to this, because I really like George Takei. I think he was always fantastic in the show.
He is.
And I always felt the movies kind of always did him a disservice, because he's got a lot.
Here's his role, though. I mean, I love the man too, but he was always designed to be a minor player.
Well, I mean, Star Trek 6 is what finally gave him his flowers, but
the one where he's in for like 7 minutes.
Well, he's 7 minutes longer than all the other movies, So
there is an excellent cutscene in this movie where he basically sexually harasses Lieutenant Ilea.
Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I picked up on that too. That was like kind of uncomfortable.
Wow.
And that's something we'll talk about in this movie. There are several uncomfortable moments in this movie.
Yes.
Yes.
What was up with Decker calling Kirk captain towards the end, though? That was kind of weird. It's like he's Admiral Kirk.
Because but they kind of move roles. I mean, Kirk was quick enough to call him commander. I'm surprised he didn't call him ensign. He had so much
he seemed like he did not like Decker, but maybe he knew he was diddling kids this whole time, and he was just like, you know what?
I tell you what, that's really offensive. But you know what else is offensive in this film? The Klingon haircuts.
Oh my God, I was going to get
what happened with that? I feel like what had happened in my head canon, they'd had an on-ship barber and he'd really stuffed up the captain's hair, but the rest of the crew were too scared to say anything, so they all went and got the same bad haircut.
Yeah.
That's my head canon. I'm sticking with it. I don't care what anyone says.
He's like, how's my haircut? Glorious. Glorious.
Great. It's honorable. It's honorable. Have the
Kablah.
bill.
Yeah.
Barber died in an accident. He was accidentally stabbed 83 times. It was a glorious death. Sorry.
100%. 100%. And you know what, though? What a great... I mean, talk about iconic moments in Star Trek. History is the introduction of these Klingons, right?
Yeah.
We get that music. We get that score. We get the introduction, like the new look and the ships. I mean... It's a really important moment in the Star Trek movies.
Excuse me, those are not Klingons, okay? Those are new Klingons. Klingons never look like that, okay? They always have smooth foreheads, and if they don't have smooth foreheads, they're not Klingons. All right, yeah, Discovery haters, that's what you sound like.
Oh, wow.
Can you
ask you? Oh,
yes, sorry.
I
I just wanted to continue on the
go
bad
for it.
hair motif, if I can. Because I think this film needs to address it, is Spock. When we first see Spock with one of the when he's getting that thing.
Spock? I like Spock.
Do you?
Logic up front, party in the back.
Why was he so
he's there for the colonar, right? And
yeah, it was something with his colon. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I was going to say that's the last time I went to the doctor. I think that's what I got to check.
But it was so weird. He was like hobo Spock. That that ceremonial garb that he was wearing just looked like he was in the desert for like 20 days. You know, he's
that's like Vulcan though. Vulcan is a desert.
Yeah, it just looked like he was at Coachella, honestly.
Yeah, so. He was the Burning Man.
Burning Man over there.
Burning Man Spock. Spock, what can we get you? Water, man. It's terrible.
Water, man. Some more drugs.
Water in the toilet.
The porta potties have a line that is 45 minutes long. I find this most inefficient and illogical.
This movie is heavy on dudes in space. Did you notice that? Dudes floating in space. Lots of dudes. Lots of dudes in space, including Spock. It's just every time there was an exterior shot, you could spot a dude floating. And I wasn't convinced they were all alive at the time either.
No.
I feel like that might be, it's like, oh, he's dead. Just cut him loose.
Yeah.
He'll just float off. We won't have to worry about him.
Do you think they ever picked up that one guy who like floated away from the station as it was disintegrating? Or is he still floating out there somewhere?
No, he's still floating out there.
Oh,
they're gonna get me soon.
He's tumbling in over in, just like 400,000 bottles of beer on the wall. Pass it around. I wish I had a phaser set to kill.
It'd be funny if like the Star Trek: The Next Generation could have like picked up on that as a space seat type of thing. They left me out here all these years.
Thankfully,
that's it. That's a new.
Thankfully, a butt bug found me.
Yeah, that's how the butt bugs got there. The conspiracy bug got into him. Oh my god! But I did have a question for both of you.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that bugged me about the movies when the pulsating whatever came and shot the Klingons, the golden spheres. Remember? And they shot the Klingon ship.
Yeah, they're great little orbs. They're orbs.
Yeah, they're orbs.
The orb from the pulsating orifice. Yes, tell us more.
Well, you know, that is the movie we're watching. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that's the kind of party that McCoy beamed up from.
Yeah, he was like, man, I was having a great time.
Serious. I'm glad I came along on this mission.
Yeah, it was an upside down pineapple party, and now I'm here.
Oh dear.
What was it? Yeah, so it just vaporized the ships, or did it like transport them? Because inside V'ger, when the ship went in, instead of getting blown up, they saw all these planets and things, and I'm kind of like, wait, was V'ger projecting that, or was because the thing is so massive, or the Klingon ship just flying around and they're like,
it's funny you should mention that because in the original script,
thank you,
it is they reveal that everything that V'ger has shot, including the space station and the Klingons, were digitized and stored like Brainiac. And in the original ending that was written and even storyboarded, the Klingon ships show up at the end and attack the Enterprise.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
They actually like disable her, and they have to do a saucer separation.
Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been huge.
This is storyboarded too, and if you remember that Star Trek toy commercial, Star Trek,
yes, and they had the
what does the toy do?
Yeah,
it separates because that was how it was scripted, and they had to get the toy to production. So they just read the script and they're like, "What the hell is this?" Okay, the round thingy comes off. But yeah, if you look it up, there are some really good storyboards that have that Star Trek motion picture, like we're doing something epic and slow, and they have the saucer separation sequence at one point, and it's like it's being filmed from inside the saucer, looking out through the opening where the neck came through. So you've got this really cool, like framed shot of the star drive section of the Enterprise, like slipping away.
That's cool.
Now it would have really like gummed up the ending, I think, and I'm glad that they decided to drop it. But it's a neat bit of trivia that
it is a neat bit of trivia. But you're right, because it was paced in such a way, which is still, we don't watch the pacing again, and I go, it's so interesting in 1979 with the influence of Star Wars that you actually don't go that way. You don't go the way of fast shots, fast editing. You actually go, let's go back to the 2001 kind of approach to this film, being quite slow and cinematic. And remember, this film, more so than I think any other Star Trek film, was so designed for the classic large cinema experience. I mean, we have the orchestra, like we have that orchestral piece of just stars floating in the space before even the logo comes up.
Yeah, I love
this thing is about.
I love that kind of stuff.
This is all about a giant theater experience. So that's why I think the intent of the pacing is, but it is a hard jacket. By the time, I think the ship isn't too bad. Seeing the Enterprise refit, people complain about it. I more complain about how the shuttles
Who
have got the
complained about
shittiest.
that?
Who complained about the Enterprise refit? I want names.
the scene taking so long.
Oh,
People complain.
Oh,
I complain about how bad the shuttles are, because do you see how much they got to turn before they can do a U?
yeah.
Bloody awful.
Yeah.
It's like owning a Hyundai.
Shots fired.
Oh, well, it's truth. They're pieces of crap. Either way, I like the epicness of this film. I think this is the perfect transition Star Trek film, because I think it ends the era of, it's the 70s. I kind of, in a way, aesthetically, it looks like it was more made in 1973 than 79, because it really embraces the pastel kind of 1970s appeal about it. But it is that transition from the 1960s to the 1980s. We get this in 79. And I love it because it's uniqueness. You know, I think it is saying that, hey, there was all these adventures that were happening in that time period. We're going to show you one. And then, we're going to go somewhere completely different with the sequel. But I think it's wonderful. It is, at the end of it, it's, sexual innuendo in this is really heavy. And I'm surprised that that's what they chose as the plot, really, about, a machine reproducing. And Joe, I've got a new theory for you.
Okay.
When Voyager went to that planet of machines.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Cybertron,
that's where Voyager ended up.
Yeah. Is there an argument to be made, Joe, that Transformers could be in the same universe as Star Trek?
Yes.
What do you think, Jace? Can we do it? Can we make it happen for Joe?
Don't get Joe started on Transformers.
No, it's absolutely true, because there is a comic book where Transformers meet Star Trek, and unfortunately, it's the kind of refit that they come across. But it would make more sense to have Voyager.
It would have been cool if they'd made a comic where that's where Voyager went through. And that's what started his evolutionary path.
Yeah.
Like, if you did that movie today, you'd probably be inclined to show a time-lapse shot of Voyager getting in contact with that species, and then show just this really kind of long time, or not long time lapse, but time lapse of him growing and, all that kind of thing. I would have loved to have seen something like that. Would have been cool.
I'm just picturing just Janeway, she's got Optimus Prime on one side of the view screen and Megatron from the other. Voyager, we can help you get home if you ally yourself with us. Captain Janeway, if you ally yourself with us, we can commit murder. And I know who I'm going with, the gun guy.
I'm going with the two racist ones from number 2.
The jive bots.
The jive bots.
Yeah, just awful.
The jive bots. Yeah, I remember them.
What is the best line of dialogue in this movie?
Oh.
Easy. Torpedoes away.
I kind of like Shatner's response at one point because he literally goes, in that same sequence, he goes, "Grrr."
Now, that's another scene that goes too long. I mean, the two scenes that go too long, and I didn't get to it earlier, is the scene entering Voyager. Like,
giggity.
Giggity. And I tell you what, most normal people's giggity is a lot quicker than that scene. So it just took too long.
The right partner, my friend.
It took too long to get there, you know? Which is pretty crazy. Hey, did you notice they started using the original theme in this? And when they started using it? When?
Towards the end, they were using it.
No, as soon as Spock got on the Enterprise, you can hear the score subtly playing the original Star Trek theme, which is beautiful.
Actually, I hate to be the actually guy, but actually...
Did it happen before?
It happens before that. Right after the Enterprise flies by Jupiter, Captain Kirk's log, you can hear the Alexander Courage theme.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected with that.
I hate to be the actually guy,
No. It made sense for me. I was like, of course, that's where you do it, because now the crew is complete with Spock being back on the ship. But I'll stand corrected. Thanks for ruining that little tidbit that I had.
That is what I'm here for, my friend. There is a book called Star Trek Movie Memories by William Shatner, where he recounts an incident that happened during the shooting of this movie. And he said that it was a really late night shoot. They were all tired. They were all hungry and getting upset. And then they got a case of the giggles. And I wish I had the book in front of me so I could read what he said. But at one point, somebody says, "Captain, an object is emerging from the orifice." And he does not specify who says it, but a cast member goes, "Look out, flying turd!" He said that everybody started laughing except for Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, wow.
And then they started making more flying turd jokes. And it just got worse and worse and worse. He said everybody was just giggling like little girls. And then the director, Robert Wise, the exact quote was, Robert Wise says, "Keep he going." Leonard Nimoy refused to say his next line. And they finally talked him into it. And they said Leonard Nimoy, with all the stoicism you can expect, says, "Captain, another object is emerging, even more powerful than the one before."
Yeah.
Oh, no. It does, because let's face it, as much as it is about, it's supposed to, show a space version of reproduction of the sperm and the egg, it looks like a space butthole.
Yeah, a giant blue sphincter.
It doesn't look like the other one. It's a butthole.
Yeah, totally.
Captain, we're going inside.
Sometimes it looks like a butthole that regrets eating that Taco Bell at times in the movie. But
yeah, that's why it shoots out those.
That's where the little balls come from.
Anyone notice the Elephant Man in this movie? Like right in the middle of scenes. There was a few times where they like an Elephant Man looking dude is pretty much, when Spock arrives on the Enterprise, he comes onto the bridge, and it's the first time out of many times in this movie, this guy who looks like got the head of the elephant.
Oh yeah, the big forehead-looking guy with the silver eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? I thought that was an alien. It's supposed to be like, there's like something.
No, man. He kept going around the ships. He just kept saying, "I am not any type of animal at all. I'm not."
Is it
something like that? Anyway,
I am not an animal.
Who signed that man to the ship? Do it. I thought you put that guy on the ship. No, I didn't put that guy on the ship. All security.
But I swear to you, I've never seen that guy before. I hadn't seen the Elephant Man in this movie before, though. That's what spun me out.
Yeah,
where did he come from?
They had some great aliens in this.
Did.
Especially whenever they're all on the wreck deck. Which I'm like, who's flying the ship right now? But everybody on the wreck deck, and Captain Kirk is showing them on the big screen what happened. It could have been an email, whatever. But if you look in the background, there are some fantastically cheap looking aliens for Star Trek.
I love it.
And the movie poster's great because they like name the aliens at the bottom in some places. One of them was Melting Man. Another one was like Lizard Guy. And I'm just
They're
like,
not even trying.
this is what they were calling Star Trek action figures back then. It was like Melting Man, Lizard Guy, Taser Face, whatever. But my favorite part is the Native American officer who's like wearing full like feathers in his hair and everything. I'm just like,
damn,
I don't know.
that's a good eagle eye, bro, because I don't remember that. And I just watched it.
I do, yeah.
He's there.
That's
Yeah.
very 1970s.
It's okay.
So, yeah,
It,
all the lines,
infinite diversity and infinite combinations. Great.
Yes.
Still strikes me as a little odd, which I don't know. I'm very far removed from the Native American community here in the United States. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I mean, I've known some Native Americans. I've never known any of them to, dress that formally for work. Maybe that's something they do in the future. Maybe that's Chakotay's like
Maybe that's how you find individualism, because your Starfleet uniform can't change. That's got to be the same. So we do see a lot of that in Star Trek, a lot of head dressing and earrings.
Like the Bajor earrings, right?
Yeah, the Bajor.
Then you get to Next Generation. You're out of uniform, Rolaren. Take off your earrings. Worf is wearing like a pageant winner's sash.
Why do I have to
Okay, do you want to tell him to take it off? Because I ain't going to do it. I don't want to get hit.
I would be like, he doesn't bathe, so I don't want to get close to him.
So we know this film doesn't make money, right? I think it breaks even. It doesn't do well. Yeah, it does not do well theatrically for Paramount. But it served a very important purpose, because really at the end of this day, this movie only had to achieve a couple of things. A, does the cast chemistry work on film? One thing to have these guys that get along on and a good chemistry on TV, but can you take it to the next level? And the big answer to that is yes. Even though we only get one real great scene at the end with their chemistry, like the end of the episode chemistry that we get at the end of this movie, which is like, I love that bit. No, it's fantastic. Shatner's performance, I think, is really good in this one, as he continues to be quite good throughout the 80s. And
somebody have a dog.
Yeah. No, but Shatner's wonderful. All the cast is wonderful.
Yeah, I was going to say they're
all wonderful, but it's crazy when you look at Shatner. He's like, no, this guy worked out. He went on a diet because he looks younger and healthier than the rest of them.
Yeah.
It only would be a couple of years later when it kind of changes, doesn't it?
But wait, hold on. You want to talk about in shape? Look at Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty's looking good.
He looked phenomenal.
He looked really good, actually. Obviously, DeForest Kelley, he aged a bit.
Yeah.
I think he really aged, and so did Leonard Nimoy. He had clearly solved too many unsolved mysteries. Because that's that period, right? When he's talking about Bigfoot and
all the weird stuff.
Yeah, was that show called? In Search of.
Yes,
he's done too many In Search ofs.
Wasn't he also on Mission Impossible there for a while?
He was. No, he was.
And this is when he came out with his music albums, like Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. That's a bit earlier. That's in the early 70s.
That was in the 70s.
He was still in
early 70s.
Really? Let's see.
Yeah, remember this? Remember the whole controversy about you owe me money. Where's my money?
Oh,
yes, with Leonard Nimoy and Paramount, which totally justified for going, where's my money? Because they had been exploiting him for many a year. So thankfully,
you guys are 100% right. 1968 for Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
About 10 years before,
Yeah, he was exploiting his Star Trek so he could do that great album of his.
Yeah. The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. I mean, he does. Leonard Nimoy's voice is unparalleled. He's got this very distinctive, very commanding voice. So it kind of translates to music,
What did you think of Leonard Nimoy's performance of evolving in this movie? His performance, he does have an arc, Spock.
Yes, he does.
Kind of messed up in the beginning of this, isn't he?
Yeah, he went homeless and,
Yeah, he's not himself, and it takes a while before he actually goes along his journey. He truly becomes himself again too, which I felt dragged on too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
super impressed by it, to be honest.
No, but it's at least a character arc for him, which was kind of good. I mean, because what is Kirk's character arc? I'm going to be a dick until I get what I want.
Right.
So that's Shatner.
Finally is. That's
I mean, he really pushed Deckard's buttons. That's for sure.
I mean, there's no doubt he was exploiting his opportunity. I mean, there's no denying that he clearly, before the movie started, from our perspective, till we got in to see what he was up to, he politically played it so he could get the ship back.
And he bragged about
and
it.
then had
The ship. It's like, they gave her back to
100%.
Gave her back.
Yes.
You bastard. You have any idea how long I've been working on this ship with this new captain? Now you're screwing everything up. God, I hate you.
Yeah, and zero sympathy whatsoever with Decker. And it's great that they are honest enough to go, actually, Kirk, you're the issue, dude. Like you're blaming Decker for fighting and biting, but it's really you. You know, so he's got something to learn as a captain throughout. And but then it brings you to the Decker storyline and going, really? Okay, let's first note that he is a horrible, disgusting piece of garbage child predator. So let's put that aside. The purpose of that character is essentially to be sperm.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's essentially his role because he really plays no other function. And a lot of scenes in the movie, he's really annoying with his contributions.
Yeah.
He, you know what I mean? Like there are times where he's trying to give good advice, but there are other times that he's generally being combative for no reason. And then the moment he actually goes, well, Captain, this is what I want. I don't feel we were really set up for that. Like when Robot Ali comes back and he's looking at her like these creepy predator eyes, there's nothing really to even indicate to the audience that he is truly obsessively in love with her and is willing to sacrifice his own existence for her.
Yeah.
We find that out right at the end where he goes, no, I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out with her.
Oh, I've got to do this.
Yeah,
like,
I really want
you got to do the Enterprise. I got to do this. You know, I was like, really?
So he was basically horny. That's the thing. What if he regretted afterwards? What if he woke up in this kind of interdimensional plane, like, you know, with his arm tucked under her head in a bed, and he's like, "Oh no!" So he's slowly trying to pull out of the bed without waking her up and bail.
Yeah.
No, wonderful film. I think it stands apart from any other Star Trek film that has been produced. I think that's a good thing. I think it's important that we've got this thing, and I think it's really cool to be able to see a Star Trek film with the original characters, not set, you know, in the next 4 to 5 films are just sequentials and sequels to each other, aren't they? So this stands apart, and I love it for that. What about you, boys? Final thoughts.
Great movie, underrated. If you think it's boring and you're basic, but it is kind of boring, I will admit.
This is
but you're basic for thinking that too.
Yeah, this is probably the most beautiful Star Trek movie we've gotten. I know the budget was really big, but it looks so good compared to the 60s shows, like everything before it. This just like brings it into a whole new generation. I think it's a giant level up, and I think it was a smart decision to do so because it relied in the base core of what Star Trek was about, and that was exploration and protecting Earth at the same time. And I really felt it leaned into both of those subjects really beautifully.
Yeah, here, that's a great comment.
Yeah. And of course, we got really weird looking Klingons with some terrible haircuts, which I absolutely love. And
the head spines are weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember on Captain Squadron, when you used to pull the old commercials, they had the McDonald's cup, and that's the Klingon from the McDonald's cup. Yeah. So I was like, wow, this all makes sense now. And I'm like waiting for them to pull out a McDonald's cup and drink it because like product placement. And that time was
I wouldn't have even been
mad.
Put
it this way though.
Mark Leonard staring at the gigantic, disco ball head in his way going.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's face it though, it took him almost 15 years to get Klingon hair right.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, the next time we see Klingon hair, it's a Karen Bob, a middle-aged woman, Karen Bob. Right, and we get stuck with that for a while. They get his hair right about season 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, 10 years, I would say it would take him. But when you go back and watch season 1 and season 2 of Wolf, it's one thing that it's the bob. It's the other thing. It's like his usual Rel or something because the hair's so shiny.
Some silky hair. You know he had lots of product in his bathroom.
Yeah.
Like you open up Worf's shower, there's like conditioner and like horse mane conditioner and like, I don't know. He's got lots of stuff in there.
That's it. They're all about blood and violence, but also good hair care.
Yep. I think Commander Krug looked pretty good in Star Trek 3. I think he looked decent.
Yeah,
that was another upgrade for them.
Yeah.
Klingons, but this one.
When we get to 3, Jace, this is where it's going to get controversial. I didn't particularly like number 3, but that's a teaser.
Really? I love 3.
Yeah. So we'll mark that down for an opportunity for Jace to rip strips off me about my bad opinion. So definitely.
3 was great.
I will.
Joe, I just want to thank you for coming on to this episode tonight. I am very thankful that we got to see the Captain, Joe Dove of the Captain Squadron.
Yes, thank you so much. Hey, man,
when
it comes to Star Trek, I just beam in. That's just
he just turns up on the door.
But at least I beam him in whole and not in pieces and like those guys in the beginning of the...
That is bad. The transporter thing is like, I want to see them cut to the other. Because you know when it goes, what we got left of them, and I'm like, show it.
Okay, they do that in Galaxy Quest about it turned inside out and exploded.
Yeah, no, that was a really cool moment too. I'd forgotten about that.
That's a great moment.
Yeah,
that was a great scene because
Yeoman Rand returned to the Enterprise and she immediately murders 2 people.
Yeah, and it wasn't Nurse Chapel.
Rand, it's not your fault.
She was, and not only is she in it, Joe. Here's a couple of big scenes. That I've forgotten about Nurse Chapel.
Yeah, I was very shocked to see Nurse Chaplin because she wasn't in anything else. She just became the voice of the Enterprise.
She was in other Star Trek movies. She was in Star Trek 4.
Really?
Yes, she was. She was at Starfleet headquarters talking about we need that power for our medical bays. She has a little cameo there, and she is also I want to say she's in some other movie where she makes a little small cameo, but I can't remember which one.
Because I don't remember her in 2-4.
She is in 4.
I'm gonna watch it again now because I haven't seen it in so long.
We need the power to keep our emergency medical systems functioning. That's her line.
That's her big line.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about the origin of this being Star Trek Phase 2. I still think if you could still do this, I know the Kurtzman era is coming to an end, but one show they could do if they were going to do a prequel series is take all these modern version of those TOS characters. I'm sorry, Ethan Peck, you might have to find another gig. But let's do Star Trek Phase 2.
Ooh,
he could pull it off. Just
just have stock in there.
Yeah, just don't sleep for like 1 or 2 days. You could pull it off.
I mean, do you have Zod? Do you have Zod?
Zod?
What's his name? What was
Zon?
the other?
Yeah,
Zon. Do you have Zon in it? You've got to have Zon in it, right?
Yeah, put Zon in it. Why not?
I think you could do it.
You got the Discovery CGI model out there. Just put Enterprise on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You want to talk about things that make people mad? That'd be hilarious.
That would be great because you would have it's like 1,000 miserable nerds just screaming in terror.
I love it whenever nerds
all at the same time.
All at the same time, yeah. The Star Wars reference.
No, it's canon now.
It does feel, though, don't you feel like after seeing Star Trek the Motion Picture, it feels like there's a couple of sequels to that particular film in that design that got lost?
Oh, totally.
Like they exist, but they've been lost somehow in time. That crew in that current kind of in the refit with their gear went on a couple of more adventures.
Absolutely.
There was a limited Marvel series back whenever they were doing Paramount Comics, where they did issues that were set in that time period, and one of them was rescuing a young half Romulan girl from a failed colony, and her name was Saavik.
Oh.
And then there
That
was
would have
one.
been fun.
The last issue, they dumped the motion picture uniforms, and they get the monster maroons. And it's funny because McCoy has a scene where he talks about, I kind of miss the old uniforms. They were comfortable like pajamas. and then they run into the gray aliens that like supposedly kidnap people today.
Mhm.
And they're just like, yeah, we need to tell them to get out of here. Get out of here, you menace. It was great.
Menace.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Because I would love to see that type of aesthetic reused. I would, just selfishly, like even if they did an animated series or something, or just kind of capture that. But I don't think they're going to be doing that, boys.
Nope.
So I think that's not going to be wish fulfillment. That won't be fulfilled, to be honest with you.
No. Hey, the new Star Trek series coming out in the future, I mean, Starfleet Academy, I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Starfleet Academy actually has that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like, okay,
like the motion
potentially
picture
Starfleet Academy, if it turned into a time travel show, which kind of should be, really, in a way, where they go to different time periods, man, you could have some fun, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we've got the technology now. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think, what's to say it doesn't? So, again, I'm still like, man, just the quality of talent on screen in that show.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Except for those damn kids.
This show would have been amazing if it wasn't for you and that dog and that damn kids.
Nah, but Picardo looks amazing. I'm sorry.
Does,
he's got a great line in that teaser.
And
he's got
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti being just full-blown Paul Giamatti. Yeah, going to go wrong. I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, what role Tig Notaro has, like how her character evolves.
Yeah.
Like, why does she work for the Starfleet Academy? Like, because you can imagine she'd be pulled into HR for upsetting those kids quite a lot.
Oh my God.
But I don't think she is going to be the one who's going to be the emotional support person for them.
That'll be Tilly.
Yeah, that'll be Tilly.
Yeah.
And
she's apparently the rumor is she's only in one episode.
I heard that.
Which is kind of odd, isn't it? Because in a way, they really made her character. I mean, narratively, the last 2 seasons of Discovery, her character was all about Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
It?
So you would think the show would be about her and then everybody else. But...
Well, yeah, you would think that she would be a primary cast member, but they're not. So it'll be kind of really interesting to see what they deliver. And again, if the show is good, there is one thing that Paramount like, and that's making money. So if the show is good and it's profitable, who's to say it doesn't continue onward? Maybe gets new showrunners, but who cares? That happens to TV shows all the damn time.
Exactly. And I can't wait to have you back in the Captain Squadron reviewing it with us.
Well, that's right. I will be returning with you guys to talk about it starting January 15th. The episode starts. When we film on the 16th?
16th, yeah.
On the 16th.
Let people absorb it a little bit, and then we go and trash it up.
Yeah, we give them 24 hours to absorb. You get 24 hours, people. And then, old man yelling at Trek's going to come and spoil your fun.
These kids are dumb. Why are these kids so dumb?
I don't like Klingons smiling unless they're doing 2 things, fornicating or fighting.
Killing. Yeah,
That's it. Besides that, I don't want them smiling.
Sometimes it's the same thing. It's just just get it both done at the same time.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, logically in my head, being that it's 600 years in the future, it is very plausible in my head canon that Klingons have evolved and now are more emotionally secure and not driven by the primal urges. But I don't want them to be.
I want them to evolve. I want to see something different. I don't want to see the same old, it's 1,000 years later and we're the same.
Become a giant bunch of pussies in the end. That's what happens. Wouldn't that be, you want to upset the entire community? I don't care what your leanings are. You make Klingons girly men, you are going to upset a lot of people.
That's
more so than that word girly men.
Now, how about it's Alexander's descendants?
Poor Alexander.
I was abandoned by my father.
Let's rewrite Alexander like he becomes like a time traveling, from X-Men. He becomes his own version of that, where he just becomes angry and keeps going back in time and trying to kill the past. Who knows? We'll find out in 3 weeks, won't we, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks.
Again, time flies, man. It sucks.
Indeed.
I'm excited to it. And before we sign off, I want to wish you a happy birthday, my friend, because your birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks or 1 week? 1 week.
In 8 days, my friend.
8 days.
8 days, I turned 21.
Yeah, man.
First 20 years.
That's why you don't
doing
smoke.
my best.
Yeah.
He's
ready for Starfleet Academy. You know?
I actually sent you a birthday present. I
got denied. That's why I'm hungry.
Amazing.
Yeah, they gave me my invitation, but yeah.
I was actually just saying I just sent you a birthday / Christmas present. I don't know if you've gotten it yet. So.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. They said it would take.
It's not my baby. Damn it. That wasn't the present I was hoping. I thought the DNA results would be different. Thanks for that, Jason. That's all right. We were going to go on Maury together, but he decided to be classy if he just sent me the DNA results.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm not the father of his baby.
Nice.
It's a food baby, so
also not a. I was going to say it's also not a baby. 30 Corix big. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Brilliant. All right, this has been a lot of fun, guys. Now, Jace,
Jace,
just give the folks, lie to the people.
It's been a blast. What are you talking about?
Can you tell them what's next, Jace, on the agenda?
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, to become a Patreon, all you got to do is click on that video description below and join us on Patreon, where for as little as $5 a month, you can become a Patreon, and you can get all kinds of fun stuff. You get these episodes early, you get extra content, and I've said it on a couple of videos so far. This is my first time saying it here on the VHS Vault. In January, I'm releasing my book one chapter at a time every week until you got the whole thing totally free, not counting the $5 that you spend to be a Patreon. It's totally different. Let's see, where are we at? Hold on, I'm looking at 2025. It's not 2025 no more. It'd be 2026. Oh my God.
Okay, fine. That's it. All right.
The Battle of Endor is coming up.
Yeah.
And then Star Trek 2. And then an uptick in quality as far as Star Wars goes to the Phantom Menace. Take that however you want. At least we're damn Ewok movies.
Okay, this is where it may get potentially violent, Joe, between me and Jace over the
I can't wait. I'll be watching.
2 weeks because we are talking prequels, and I'm a little bit sensitive on the subject.
Oh, so this is
I look forward to talking to Jace about the
very well
prime content.
As long as we both agree that Attack of the Clones is absolute dog crap.
That is the worst.
Ooh. Stay tuned. It's going to get messy, people.
That Yoda fight is pretty freaking awesome, man.
Is it, though?
It is. It really is.
No, I always thought
Christopher
that moment,
Lee?
I was laughing in that moment. In the beginning, I thought it was joy, but it was out of like pure terror at what I'd had to watch for the last couple of hours.
We're watching Dracula fight a CGI Muppet. There was nothing good about
Dracula.
Lots of fun to talk about. Lots of fun to talk
this
about.
Can only be solved by our lightsabers. I can't believe I just got paid to say that line.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time on the VHS Vault.